What's going on, guys? Ryan here with Red Chair Painting with a battle review, I guess post-battle review for my AN and Eldar. How I felt playing my second game as Eldar in the 750 point game in the Raid on Triton campaign that WarbossTae and I are playing. I'm gonna do a unit review, I guess, with you on how each of the units played and how the army played as a whole. So I guess first going down the line, starting with the Wave Serpent, was really good. I know this unit got like rave reviews in the forums, and a lot of people saying, it's great. I ran it almost exactly how they said to run it: Twin Link Scatter Laser and then the Shuriken Cannon. I will be putting Holofield on it next game. I couldn't afford it this game, but definitely gonna go with the Holofields. I think that's the right way to go. It was really good. To the point of being broken, I think. That Strength 7 ignores cover shield, just amazing. I don't think I'll be running more than 2 of these Wave Serpents in the army, as I want to kind of keep it on the friendly basis. I don't want to play to win too much. I want to give him WarbossTae a bit of a chance, just since he's a new player. I think I'll be practicing with games too at the club a little on our Monday night games night we have in Hawaii. So yeah, definitely a very strong choice. Onto my Dire Avengers. I felt they did pretty good this game. I think the one mistake I made with them was moving them back towards the objective, or sorry, the booty counter, instead of moving them forward midfield towards the objective. But I wanted that booty counter, and it was kind of the safer booty counter to get. But it put me in a position where I could have lost the game if he had gotten a lucky charge on the swooping hawks. So yeah, I'm debating whether to change where I put my Autarch, Cyrdan Lerolande. He's good. He's a combat beast, and I kind of want to see him in close combat. But the problem is the Dire Avengers are more shooty. So yeah, I have to kind of think about how I want to run him next game, or if I want to put him in maybe like the Striking Scorpion squad, or some other squad, or I don't know. I have to think about it. Yeah. The Swooping Hawks, definitely the MVPs of the game, continuing to be the MVPs of my list from the 500 point game. This time I ran 15 Hawks, 1 squad of 8, 1 squad of 7. The squad of 8 with the Exarch, Cyrdan Lerolande's brother. It was kitted out with, I think, precision shot and that the Sun Rifle, the blind gun. I was a little disappointed. I kind of wanted to see him try and blind that squad of IG, but I guess I had bad rolls with him that game, so it didn't really happen. But I think it'll happen at probably next game. I could run another squad of 3, but I think I want to change it up, run something else. If I was running a really hard list, I probably, and only fighting IG, definitely, gonna take another squad of Hawks. But I don't think that'd be like too much fun to play against and too much fun to paint. But yeah, definitely really good with the Hawks. I taken out the infantry and then threatening the tanks. Although I didn't threaten the Lehman Russ, he was a little bit too protected with that blob squad hanging around. But yeah, and my Scorpions, the sad Scorpions that didn't get into close combat again this game. Even though I told you guys that that I would be more careful with them, and I really want to see him in close combat, chopping up some guard. The user Blue Trilobite commented, "Why didn't I keep them in reserve?" As that's what he would have done. And in retrospect, I think that's what I should have done. And what I'm gonna probably do in the next 1,000 point games. We're gonna be playing 2,000 point games for the raid on Triton, just to get a little bit more practice in before we move up to the next level. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up some tactics videos on how to position scorpions. I thought they were safe behind that building, but that bubble, that 20-inch attack bubble or sphere of influence, I guess, that comes off the Chimera from having a heavy flamer. It moves up 12 inches and then can shoot its flamer 8 inches, so 20 inches wherever it is. And that was a really big threat. That he just moved it up, and I had to move my scorpions out of the way, or else they would have been toasted next game. So I moved into the side, and then he just skirted to the side, to the other side, with his Lehman Russ, and just was able to target the scorpions, shoot them, and then they're also in range of the autocannon, and they got shot as well. So I think he doesn't really like the scorpions, but they haven't done much so far. So maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll ignore him next game. I don't know. But regardless, I have to think of a way to get them in, and I think I was a little hesitant to infiltrate them, especially in the small point games, because they represent a larger portion of your army. But now I think in the 1,000-point games I'll be a little more comfortable with infiltrating them and taking that 66% chance of getting in, at 30% chance of failure. So the comments, user I think Kavaran commented that Tae should have brought more firepower, and I definitely agree with that. If I was playing on the other side, I probably would have tacked on heavy bolters or 3 autocannons, 3 heavy bolters or 3 autocannons to that infantry squad. If you noticed, they were kind of just loitering around, smoking cigarettes, the whole of 5 turns, not doing much. And that's not really what you want to do. I mean, because that's just like having 150 points just doing nothing. So you're not really having them affect the game, other than just being meat bags to be shot. But yeah, I would have done that, and I would have brought some mortars as well, as heavy weapons teams. I think that would have been the better way to go. That way, you would have been putting down shots and besieging that center position. The Chimera, probably one of the better units in his list. I probably expect to see a second Chimera popping out in the 1,000-point list, just because they give the IG army a lot of mobility and a lot of influence on the game, whereas the infantry units don't. So one tactic, I guess, would be to move out your your Chimeras, and force movement on the Eldar side, so the infantry don't get toasted. And then while that's happening, you've got your artillery pounding away. So yeah, I guess a review overall. As I said before, I want to keep this kind of a friendly game. I don't want to push the limits of my Eldar Codex and see what kind of come up with the hardest list possible. I don't think I'll be running more than 2 Wave Serpents, and I don't think I'll be running more than 2 squads of Hawks. I want to kind of have fun, play around, and build this as a fluffy list. So right now it's all Aspect Warriors, but I think I'm gonna definitely start putting in Wraith Guard, start putting in Wraith Knights, or no, Wraith Lords, maybe a Wraith Knight way at the end, but want to start building this list to be fluffy. I've been noticing that you need kind of suicide units, and I'm not really happy with. I don't like the idea of with having my EN and Eldar, just die and sacrifice them. So I'm thinking about maybe taking Dark Eldar allies, having make a witch cult come and ally with them. Still playing around with the ideas, but so yeah, I think I'll be putting in maybe a Guardian squad, and then just vehicles and Wraith units to keep it fluffy, and then that witch cult to kind of soak the shots, soak the initial blows for my Yan and Eldar. As you know, the Dark Eldar can resurrect themselves with their pain magic, I guess. Anyway, so if you like this video, and if you're liking the Raid on Triton videos, hit subscribe, hit like to my channel, or sorry, hit like on this video and hit subscribe to the channel, so you can see more vids on. I'll be doing terrain, a fluff video, and showing off more painting, and then going through, I guess, how I'm seeing the Eldar, the EN and Eldar in terms of building them fluffy and the tactics for them from a sort of beginner's point of view. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.